Alright, let's get back to business. So as you may or may not have noticed, the light shining down here is gone. But you can still look up and go to that stage. But I have absolutely no desire to be here right now. I'm done with this stage forever. I hate the wing cap special stages. There are 2 of them in this game, by the way. The second one's a lot worse. So now that I have the wing cap, I could go beat Bob-omb Battlefield, but I want to do something else first. Actually, I don't want to go there yet. I have one thing I have to unlock first. I mentioned caps earlier, and you saw me unlock the wing cap. But next, we're going to get the second most convenient cap in the game, the invisible cap, because there's 3 of them. Wing cap, invisible, and metal. It is actually technically possible to beat the game without using the metal cap, but we're going to do it anyways. Just because there's some stars that are really hard to get without it. Alright, so got here. Gonna hit these pillars, and while it's draining, I'll show you why you have to hit those pillars. It's actually told indirectly that you need to. It is decreed that one shall pound the pillars. Some philosopher wrote that. Obviously, it's what you need to do. Not very subtle about that one. But now you've noticed the mode is drained. So now we have access to down here, which also gives us access to this. The Vanish Cap stage. Now, much like the Wing Cap stage, if you miss a coin, a red coin, you pretty much have to restart, because it's really hard to get them otherwise. I might be able to up kick, or use the jump kick trick. Do it. I call it up kicking, because it's essentially what you're doing, is you're kicking yourself up. I'm actually going to try that real quick. So there are 4 on there, and then the other 4 are along this level, so. Oh shit, you could do it anyways. I did not know that. That's fantastic. I'll remember that next time I screw up. I usually don't anymore, but it's possible to happen. So, oh shit. Also, these stages, it's not possible to get 100 coins. At least, as far as I know. There is a glitch in this game that allows you to duplicate coins, but I don't know if you can do them on these stages. It would be interesting to see what kind of things that would cause if that was possible, but I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. Oh, no. These stages, I got so fucking lucky there. Alright, so this is the switch for the invisible cap. So now we can wear the invisible cap, get the last red coin, and make our way out of here. With that star. Rather than, you know, just falling to our deaths. What's also convenient is if you grab the star, it will send you back. Oh, no, I lied. I thought that sent you back to the castle. I am full of shit. Do not listen to anything I say because I am a fraud. So now that we have the invisible cap, there is a stage that I want to go to specifically next. And since at the time this is, you know, taking place in the month of October, it's appropriate because this level is incredibly spooky. In case you haven't figured it out, we're going to Big Boo's Haunt. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I just got a good idea. Since I said I wanted to play this game with glitches and shit, we're gonna show one of the most infamous glitches in this game. And it involves this little fuck right here. I hate this rabbit so much. But you can usually, nowadays, find setups that are really easy to catch him rather than to chase him by the tail. So I'm gonna grab this. Because why not? There's a star. I'm gonna grab him. By the way, mips only the rabbit's name's Mips, by the way. But Mips only appears once you have 15 stars. He will reappear again, I think, when you have 16, because no, 50, because Mips, there's 2 Mips stars you can get in this game. Both are in this basement, but he appears at 2 different times. Now, in case you noticed, I just did something very bizarre with Mips here. I managed to clip into the door, and if I get this right, with Mips close enough, I can clip him through this door. Mips is not supposed to be outside of this area of the game. At all. In case you couldn't figure it out. Because you can't open a door with Mips in your hands. And I bet you can't figure out what I'm going to do with him next. Because now that we have Mips in our possession, we can clip through the doors down here. And take him with us. So if we just position this carefully, not like that. Boom. Now, in case you don't know what that door means, that door is there to prevent you from getting in here until you have 30 stars, but I obviously only have 22. However, you still cannot get past this thing unless you use a really crazy glitch that I do not know how to do, and holy fuck, the emulation here is wonderful. Just kidding, of course. This level also honestly has some of the worst emulation in the entire game. There's a way to fix it. There's some lag issues with this level. I don't know if they'll show up right away, but if they do, I'll point it out. Yep, there we go. The N64 doesn't even lag this bad in this section. But god, this is just bad. This is just poor emulation, but what are you gonna do? So, normally to board Bowser's sub, you're supposed to hit like a switch to get boxes that put you right on top of the platform, or top of the submarine. Really basic platforming, but that's incredibly boring. So there's another way to do it. You can get on this fin, backflip up here, and dive on board. Yay! Then you have the 23rd star. Getting this star on the submarine is what triggers that wall moving, or that level moving back and accessing Bowser. Bowser's 2, I should say. So, in case you couldn't tell, we're moving from one sea to the next. We move from the ocean to the Sea of Fire, and holy crap, I jumped really low there. Not mean for that to happen. Now we also have to get the red coins here, because like I said, 120 stars. And, oh shit. This is this is actually like one of the, I would say this is easier than Bowser 1, to be honest. Everything about it's easier, I personally think. So, let's go ahead and, these are the coins. Yeah, Bowser 1 is a fairly linear level, with some really well hidden red coins. Well, sort of. They're not super hard to find, but the placement of them is really brilliant, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get back up here, shall we? We're not done yet. We're only halfway there, and I can't even do the same trick twice. It's not even a trick, you're just jumping up there the intended way. God damn. I need to give up. Alright, so... Gotta get this one. That bully... I remember back in the day when I used to play this game, the bully used to troll the living hell out of me. By the way, that's what those enemies are called. If you just did what I did and didn't go to Lethal Lava Land, you would not know that. Because... yeah, I haven't gone to Lethal Lava Land yet. I just realized that. Alright, so let's get up here, shall we? I'm trying to think. I want to do Lethal Lava Land at some point soon, but I wanted to do the Spooky Castle first. And we'll get at least 1 star there before we actually, you know, stop this recording. Because I do want to at least introduce it, and since I mentioned it, it would be really, really foolish of me to not at least visit there. Hold up. Alrighty. 8 red coins on Bowser's Fire Sea, and I just got really lucky there. Holy shit. Alrighty, so we can go up there. Long jump up there. And boom. We have the magic stuff before we go fight Bowser. I'll be honest here. Bowser 2 is my least favorite Bowser fight, though. Bowser 3 is admittedly harder, but this one is just annoying because Bowser teleports, and because of this shit right here. If you miss a Bowser throw, you have to deal with this again. And Bowser's also faster in this one than he was in the first Bowser fight. Like, his turning is a lot faster. So it's harder to get a hold of him just running around him. Which, luckily, because of how he acts at the beginning, you have to wait, you know, for the platform to stop shaking for him to start moving. You can grab him, like, the minute the platform stops moving again. Which makes it slightly easier, especially if you can actually get the throw the first try. Alright, we are, technically speaking, 2/3 of the way through the game. Because we have, well, not technically, actually, no, we're not even close to 2/3 of the way through the game. But we have the 2 out of 3 Bowsers defeated. Technically, I could go on and finish the game at this point, because you can beat the game with less than 70 stars, but I'm not going to do that. I might show off the glitch to do so, but I'm not going to do it right away. Anyways, enough of that. Let's head to the big spooky castle. That ghost appears in queues in this level. I don't remember how many stars it takes, actually. But it's relatively early on. So let's go ahead. I always thought this was really cool. Cool way to transition to a level. Alright, look around. There are ghosts, there's outside wind, and a really creepy background. We are, in fact, at Big Boo's haunt. It's not a mansion, it's not a castle, it's a haunt. Alright, now normally you're supposed to beat King Boo by defeating all the Boos in the level on the first floor in order to access the rest of the levels in the game. But, because of clever mechanics, we're just gonna go to the second floor from here. And on top of that, this star I'm about to get here, normally, oh fuck, well, that's not the star, that's me bonking into a wall, but assuming I get it this time. There we go. Normally, you're supposed to, you know, solve this puzzle right here with these books. But there's no need for that, because you can just jump up here. And voila, we have that one. 25th star. Secret of the Haunted Books. Those books are in fact haunted because I didn't even have to touch them. Ooh, spooky. I should really stop with this spooky bullshit. It's making this less enjoyable, I'm sure. So anyways, now that you know you have the option to beat any of these stars without, or well, most of the stars without killing King Boo. Down here on the first floor. Let's just go ahead and do it, because, well, I feel like doing this one next. Alright, we have to wait on 2 of those Boos here. Well, we don't have to, but it's easier. And the chair just hit me. Wonderful. Alrighty. You can actually use the invisible cap to go through that. But I'm not going to. Alrighty. Also, those eyeballs are a strange and incredibly annoying enemy. Not because they're particularly hard to deal with, but some of the placement of them, to kill them, well, let me show you. To kill them, you have to get their attention and spin them round, round, round. But some of the placements of them in some levels is ridiculously inconvenient if you want to kill them and get the 5 coins. Hazy Maze Cave is the absolute worst example, and there we go. This was bound to happen at some point. If you fall on that bridge, or if you fall anywhere on the first floor where there's a pit, it takes you down to here. You'll hear carousel music, and we're not going to go to that yet because, well, there's a star in that room, but you can't actually get it until you beat the first star of the level. Oops. So let's just go back up here. I'm glad they did this instead of making it a pit of infinite death. Because that would just be not that fun, honestly. Alrighty. already, so let's try something different here. We will take this door instead. Either way, we're gonna get the rest of the booze, so. I almost fell again. I would have lost it. Well, actually, literally, I would have lost it. I would have... Well, not literally lost, because I wouldn't lose the game, but I would feel as if I have lost the game. The sense of defeat I'd be feeling. Alright, so now that we've killed all the ghosts, it's, you know, just said, you know, King Boo is, like, whatever. Actually, I didn't even read what the fuck it said. I haven't read that stuff in ages. I hate text boxes that you see 100 times. And in case you didn't notice that, while Mario's in his slide kick animation, god damn it, I need to wake up. While he's in his slide kick animation, he's constantly got a hitbox, so you can hit King Boo twice. And there's those stairs I was talking about that you get beating the king. So now, in a normal playthrough, you have access to the rest of the stars in the game. Or not in the game, but in the level. Shit. I hope to God the rest of the stars in the game don't rely on one. That would be so stupid. But, yeah. I'm done with this guy sneaking one on me. So, yeah, that is, where I'm going to stop for tonight. When we continue, I guess we'll finish off the rest of Boo's Castle and whatever level I feel like doing after that. So, thank you for watching. Look forward to the next part.